Hey, what is up? Thanks for stopping by, taking your time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. My name is Keith Wilson. I'm a practicing financial advisor here to, hopefully help people along their personal finance journey. All right. So the stock market's getting a little rocky. People may be getting, nervous and anxious about what lies ahead. And hey, I understand that, but making knee-jerk reactions based on your emotions, hey, that could very well derail your long-term goals. So instead of panicking and immediately changing your investment strategy, it's important to keep perspective and maintain your focus on the long term, no matter how rocky the markets may become. So when stock market volatility strikes, let's look at some strategies, all right? Let's look at some strategies to help you maintain your sanity and perspective. All right, so first of all, panic is not a strategy. And, investing in the stock market, that can produce a variety of emotions for any investor. And when all you hear on the news is doom and gloom, the best thing you can do is work with your financial advisor and trust in the plan you created together. So also you got to remind yourself of investment statistics to keep emotions in check. For example, long-term investments, hey, they generally produce solid returns over 20 to 30 year periods, despite experiencing market volatility during that time frame. Now, depending on age, personality, short-term and long-term financial goals, everybody's going to have their own risk tolerance. But here's the thing. In my experience, it seems everybody is an aggressive investor when markets are going straight up, and everybody wants to be conservative when times are tough. So whether you have a high or low risk tolerance, be sure to maintain an active approach. Now, your risk tolerance that really should have been set up when you first started investing and based on your goals and objectives. So what it's doing, it essentially gives you, somewhat of an expectation when markets are rocky. But hey, if you become uncomfortable with your strategy or things have changed with your goals, make sure you discuss that with your financial advisor before you make any rash decisions. So if you want to stay on track with your investments, regardless of what the markets are doing, you really should consider having an investment policy statement, IPS. An IPS, what that is, it's a document drafted between you and your financial advisor that outlines, general rules for meeting your investment objectives. And it includes criteria for monitoring performance, things like addressing risk and communication between you and your advisor. And so your IPS, it should also include a provision explaining, hey, when should you rebalance your portfolio? So if you don't have an IPS, investment policy statement, you could be leaving your investments to speculation. And without written objectives and guidelines, hey, your investments are subject to whatever the whims of your emotions are and how you feel you should be investing. All right, so do you want to have a time-tested strategy that is designed to protect you when markets take these, dramatic swings? Work with your financial advisor to create and maintain a diversified portfolio. We've heard that time and time again, right? A properly diversified portfolio, though, what does that mean? That should include a variety of large, mid, and small cap investments, both domestic and foreign. It should also have just a variety of industries and sectors and investment styles. Now, I'm sure you've heard don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Now, just because you may have 25 different stocks doesn't necessarily mean you are diversified. If all of those 25 stocks are concentrated in one sector, say tech stocks, then there may be a problem. So just because you have 25 baskets, hey, if they're coming from the same chicken, that's not diversified. You know, there's an old saying with the media, which is, if it bleeds, it leads. And when emotions are running high, it is easy to get sucked in to the financial media's message of doom and gloom with so-called, experts and all these talking heads. And what they're doing is inciting fear and panic. So remember, no one has a crystal ball when it comes to the future of the markets, and even scrutinizing past events, hey, that cannot fully dictate the market's future. So listen, the media is built around advertising. And if they can incite your emotions to keep you watching, they keep winning. So reach out to your financial advisor, calmly review your current strategy, and don't focus too much on stock market news. Now, usually I tell my clients, hold on to your investments when market volatility hits, rather than adjusting your strategy, letting your emotions dictate your decisions. And historically, investors who stay the course and disregard market volatility typically reap the returns later on. Now, that said, you got to know each investor needs a personalized investment strategy. So it's always best to discuss, everything fully with a financial advisor. Here's the thing. Communication is key with you and your financial advisor so they can review your current investment strategy portfolio, your risk tolerance, and investment policy statement. Then you can decide if any changes are going to be necessary.